64-bit legends. Welcome.
Legend of the game like GoldenEye, I'm more than right.
Yeah.
The perfect dark is dreams that seem to come to life. 64-bit, the shit, it's as real as it gets. We can talk sports, games, and music, take your pick. Point with the news, pull up and crack a brew. Smoke one with the crew, tune in and take a view.
Watch.
We here to raise the bar from the lowest mark. Sit your ass down and listen, it's time for the show to start.
And welcome to the recap show of the 64-bit legends of 64 Bits of Love. I am your host, Bobby Caboose, as always with Melvin Troy.
Yes.
And we have our recap show. Again, I'm not going to talk like the game show host the entire time. We have the recap show with Miss Elise and our winner, Vic Murphy, coolest guy in the room.
Let's get him in here. Hey, Vic.
Hi.
So,
the Vic train.
so
Boy,
we're
did
gonna
we have a time.
see. First we're gonna interview Elise about their special time together, and then we're gonna bring in Vic and see what he says about
Vic
the date.
is excited. He's chomping at the bit, but yeah, we'll stave him off in the other room.
Yeah.
I bet he's chomping.
Miss Elise.
He's
so
kinda
first of
grinding
all,
his teeth actually.
Yeah. I bet.
tell us about your experience of being on the 64 Bits of Love.
It was a great time. I got to meet 28 wonderful bachelors. Well, 27 bachelors and one married gentleman. But they were all very sweet, and I was really excited to go on a date with Vic Murphy, who I chose.
Yeah, he was definitely excited too.
Yeah.
What did you guys do on the date?
Well, Vic's not really a planner, so I took that into my own hands, being a teacher and all. And we decided to go down to the DIA downtown, which is where I took a bunch of my students. And I thought it would be really nice, walk through and look at all of the art.
Now, were your students with you, or was
No,
Okay.
no. I considered it, but I didn't think their parents would really appreciate that.
Yeah, Vic Murphy. I don't know if Vic Murphy belongs around children that often.
No, and
yeah.
frankly, when I'm with a man, I don't belong around children either.
Touche.
So, I thought it was going to be a great time, and then we would go out after, maybe for dinner, some White Claw. I know Vic really likes the White Claw.
He does.
Yeah, I know. So, I thought it was going to be a great date.
So you guys went to the Detroit Institute of Arts. Tell me a little bit more about your guys' interaction. Are you guys planning on seeing each other again? How did the date in general go?
Yeah, and how did Vic take an art exhibit? Because I'm not sure I could picture him going to a place like that.
Well, to be honest, I can't picture him being in a place like that either, because he passed out on the steps walking up to the DIA.
Oh.
Apparently, when I had talked with him about our plans, I didn't specify that he should not drink 2 cases of White Claw before we got there. So
see.
when I got there, we had met there because, I like to drive myself, independent woman.
Yeah.
And he was passed out on the steps walking up to the DIA.
Okay.
see.
So you guys didn't actually go in together, or did he wake up?
Well, I woke him up. Because I really liked him, when we spoke, for this whole show, I thought like we really had a connection, and, he liked to bang, and, I like to bang. So I thought we would have a great date, and I woke him up and, got him inside, and it just went dodownhill from there.
So let me ask you a follow-up question. Would you be interested in taking the Murph Express into Flavortown?
I didn't get to take the Murph Express into anywhere, so no, I would not be taking
really?
the Murph Express into Flavortown.
So when it ended, did you guys go your separate ways, or did you continue? Because he's an after party.
I mean, if I
guy.
didn't know any better, he's probably still at the DIA.
Yeah.
I see.
And you didn't see what kind of vehicle he arrived in, did you?
No, for all I knew, he arrived in a smart bus
All right. Or the Q line.
Yeah.
or that.
People mover, maybe? I don't know. He might have walked. I mean, I'm actually surprised he didn't have much energy with
Yeah.
all the meth and
Bang.
Maybe, yeah.
Well,
bang.
like I said, his audition tape, he was all about the bang, and I like bang, both the drink and
Yeah.
and I was really excited about our date. And when he showed up, it was just no. It was all about the White Claw, no law, and
I guess there's some laws with Elise with no White Claw.
Yeah. This is wow. I did not see this
Yeah.
turning this way. I figured
Yeah.
Vic would just be a powerhouse.
All right.
I was hoping
Energy.
he'd be a powerhouse, but no, he was not.
So the final question I have for you, Elise, is will you be seeing Vic Murphy again?
Definitely not.
Wow.
Definitely not.
He might be crushed.
We might have to
No.
get 28 more guys in here
Well,
for
actually,
you.
I was going to ask if you had Franklin Moore's number.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
We can probably have that arranged.
I mean,
I mean-
I feel bad. He was the runner-up, and I nixed him because he didn't choose Friends. But I can be open to other sitcoms. So
And maybe he just, he doesn't need as many friends. Vix has a lot of friends.
Yeah.
And maybe that's his problem. He doesn't know how to.
well,
And
I think all his
differentiate.
friends are White Claws.
And before I forget, I was asked to give you this, a crisp $100 bill with Phil Pryback's number on it.
Oh,
So,
Well-
do what you please with that. He's still looking for that lovely lady to,
read him
crown
a
his
story
face.
and sit on his face.
Yep.
Okay. I'll think about it, Phil.
All right. So next, thank you again, Elise. We appreciate it. I'm going to bring in Vic Murphy
Thank
and
you.
see how his side of the date went.
Listen, I don't know what she was just saying. Whatever she said was bullshit, in my opinion, because, listen, the Vic
So,
train doesn't
Vic,
stop.
Hey, Vic.
Yeah.
You didn't even know what I was going to ask.
I don't. Go ahead. You go ahead and ask me the questions I already know the answers to.
All right. So first of all, what did you do for the date, Vic?
What did I do? I
No, not
prepped.
you and Elise.
Oh, what did we do? We had it was an interesting time. I just don't think she can keep up with my speed, if you know what I mean. There's a lot of speed that I run at a fast pace. My heart rate's probably at a good 280 beats per second. And I don't think she could keep up with that. There was a little bit of a hiccup.
So what
So
was the hiccup?
get this. So I get down to this museum. I'm like, where are we going to go? She says, we're going to go down to Detroit. I'm like, that's sweet. We can go to the bars. We can be clubbing all night long. There's some fucking after hours places that are illegal. Why? Because I don't follow laws, baby. I do what I want. My name's Vic Murphy. I don't give a fuck.
So Vic,
I was hoping to get my heart kick-started like a fucking Motley Crue.
Vic, Elise said she didn't know how you arrived there. Do you have a vehicle? Did you take a public transportation?
Oh no,
Uber?
the Palombos took me down there. So
Would they just lift you up and take you down there?
Well, no, that we so what we did is they got a nice H2 Hummer that they like to run in, and straight up diesel, and it fucking is nothing but
That's not very green.
it's not about being green. It's about oh Jesus Christ. Listen, I
God
can't be
damn it, Vic.
contained. I can't be contained right now. So what ended up
Couldn't
happening?
be contained on the date either.
Yeah, listen, because you couldn't handle it. You couldn't handle the Vic train.
So
Welcome
Vic,
to Flavortown. I didn't know that your taste buds are going to be so bland that you couldn't take my herbs and spices.
Vic, Miss Elise said that she did not take the Vic Express or go into Flavortown. Is there a reason for
Yeah,
that? or-
because I get down there and I'm waiting forever. She finally shows up and I'm trying to take a power nap. I will admit that one of the Palombos swapped out my little bit of coke I had to keep myself up with some ketamine. So I wasn't a bit of a K-hole for a while on the steps of this museum. But after I got out of that, it seemed to be pretty interesting. I had to get myself back up. Had a great conversation with security. Security's tight there. You can't steal a painting. Believe me, I've tried. So we get in there, and I thought it was going good, and I got a feeling that that it just wasn't going to work. She couldn't keep up with the speed I was going at. I had a bang going in one hand, a White Claw in the other, and I was about to pound a rail of meth in the bathroom to get this thing going. And when I said, hey, let's pound some rails, she got excited. And then when I pulled out the baggie of Crystal, then she was like, oh, that's not so much for me. And I was like, well, I didn't know that I was out on a date with a prude. I wasn't. Listen, you're going with Vic. We go hard. We don't stop.
So Vic, my final question to you, I asked Elise the same thing. Would you consider going out on a second date with Miss Elise?
I mean, she's really going to have to step it up a notch if she wants to get back on this train. I mean, this train's about to leave the station, and you can either buy the ticket and get on board, or you can wait and maybe hitch a ride on a caboose like a homeless person. But otherwise, I'm on my own path. Me and the Palombos, we're going to be traveling city to city this spring, and we take whatever comes at us. So you don't understand the life of a Murph. Is we get ladies being thrown at us left and right. So you got to be able to deal with that. Okay, imagine Motley Crue in the '80s. That's me now today. Vic Murphy.
All right, the Murph and the Palombos sound like the Smurfs with probably one woman among them and just a bunch of people walking around. But I thank you for your time, Vic Murphy. Miss Elise, I appreciate your time. And for the 64-Bit Legends, 64 Bits of Love recap show, maybe, Miss Elise, we can find you love elsewhere. And Vic, maybe we can find you another Palumbo to fuck around with. But until
Thank
next
you.
time, I am Bobby Caboose, as always with Melvin Troy.
Yes.
And
Yes.
we'll catch you later.